are more bothered about an offensive tweet that I or anybody made than the death of those children and the situation that our country finds itself in now, there's seriously something wrong with you. Like you're not all there in the head.
You have been reported to the police. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep shouting. I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep calling you out. You're never going to stop me. Ever. I'm not going away. I'm going to keep on because I love how much I wind you all up. Oh, it's amazing. It just makes me laugh. And the fact that Lucy Connolly's come out of prison one day out and just yabbering on about me, hilarious. And you're so wound up about me. I love it.
Lucy, your response. One thing that hasn't changed, the loony lefties and their Lucy Connolly obsession. Indeed, over the past few months, I would argue it's got worse. So a lot of this was sparked by the fact that on release from prison, I asked you directly, Lucy, and we'll look at this shortly, but I asked you directly about Narinder Kaur and Femi Oluwole and the likes of those extremists, and they are extremists, who had just spent day after day, week after week, month after month trolling you. Now, I actually think it's a positive thing for you in a way, but were you surprised by the ferocity of their reaction to you being released? They want to shut you down. They want to silence you. I think they view you as a threat.
I mean, does this face look like it loses sleep over them?
Absolutely
Do you know,
not.
I'm not on Twitter now, so I don't see what they put. Occasionally somebody will tell me, oh, have you seen what Narinder's, I've no interest. I mean, I find it quite bizarre. Like, I don't know them. They don't know me. I only know of them what I see on social media and vice versa. It's a bit of an unhealthy obsession, really, isn't it? Why are you so interested in somebody you've never met, you don't know, you're probably never going to meet, I hope. It's a bit weird that you're going to use that much energy hating on somebody that you don't even know. And and let's be real here. Yes, I shouldn't have written what I wrote, but if you are more bothered about an offensive tweet that I or anybody made than the death of those children and the situation that our country finds itself in now, there's seriously something wrong with you. Like you're not all there in the head.
Well, I think you've just pointed out the issue. I think you've just pointed out the issue. And of course, what is ironic is that both of them are hate-filled race baiters who post far, far worse things online than you ever did. But look, what riled them is that in your first interview after leaving prison, which was, of course, here on Outspoken, you called them both out. Watch. And then Narinder Kaur has criticised me, Lucy, for this interview. She has said, anyone who publicly supports and uses journalistic media to advocate burning women and children alive in their beds should be stripped of any entitlement to broadcast. Hang your head in shame, Dan.
Oh, she's lovely, isn't she?
I mean, can we just be clear? You never advocated burning women and children
Nobody.
alive
So where
in
she
their
got that
beds.
from? Again, she's twisted the narrative to suit her own agenda. It's Narinder, isn't it? She's the biggest race baiter on social media, has been for a long time. If she was a white person, fact, she would have gone to prison a long time ago, and I don't care what anybody says she would. She says some vile things. If you don't agree with her, she comes for you.
She then responded, Lucy, saying this. A very quick but personal message from me to you to let you know that the best way you can support Dan Wootton Outspoken is to subscribe to my Substack at www.outspoken.live. Substack is a free speech platform that protects me from big tech cancellation and lawfare. Paid annual or monthly subscribers get an extra hour of content with the Royal Uncancelled After Show available every weekday with no advertising whatsoever. You can also message me direct on there. That's www.outspoken.live.
It's a nice little Saturday evening video. I've had some of the most worst racial abuse I've had Well, actually, I say the worst, it's not always there, but a lot of it across all social media platforms, from Lucy Connolly fans, racist, and this video is just to say, you're not going to silence me, you're not going to scare me off, you have been reported to the police. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep shouting, I'm going to keep talking, I'm going to keep calling you out. You're never going to stop me. Ever. I'm not going away. I'm going to keep on, because I love how much I wind you all up. Oh, it's amazing. It just makes me laugh. And the fact that Lucy Connolly's come out of prison one day out and just yabbering on about me, hilarious. And you're so wound up about me. I love it.
Lucy, your response?
No, she doesn't wind me up. I just think I don't want her to shut up. I believe in free speech, Narinder. You can say what you like, but don't for 1 minute think that I care less what she or the likes of her has to say. Carry on. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I don't want to shut you down because you're entitled to your views, but you don't have to watch this video. You don't have to watch any videos of mine or Dan's. And you can scroll past anybody's tweets on Twitter, but you don't have to let them offend you. You don't have to make videos about them. Just, you do you and enjoy your life.
She said they're Lucy Connolly fans racists, in other words. So she's doing that whole R word thing, right? Everything is racist. Disagreeing with her is racist.
Absolutely. Show me where she's not a race baiter. Anything again. So instead of just having an adult debate, so why can't she and the likes of her say to me, do you know what, Lucy? I really don't approve or agree with what you wrote. Da 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 da. Why did you write this? What can you explain to me where you were coming from? Da 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 da. Why can you not have a conversation like that? No, they wouldn't do that. It's just racist, bigot, fascist, racist. Because they can't intelligently debate. They haven't got an answer. They don't like me, that's fine. I don't like them. But you can't please all of the people all of the time.
She did report our interview to the police, though, Lucy. I mean, that was nuts. Yeah. So presumably you never heard from them.
No,
to me, that crossed a line. That crossed a line.
She should be done for wasting police time.
Yep,
and I did,
100%. I've said that in the past. She absolutely should, because this is why the police have no time to solve real crimes. Seriously.
And I spoke to probation because I said, obviously probation knew that I was doing that video that day with you, that it was all approved. They didn't have an issue with that. And the funny thing is, my probation officer said to me, yeah, we watched your videos with Dan and Alison, and we think you put yourself across really, really well. So, she's reporting me to the police and telling me, that I should go back to prison. Yet probation are telling me that everything they've watched of mine so far, there's no issues with, and they think I'm putting myself across really, really well. So put that in your pipe and smoke it, Narinder.
Take that, Narinder. Exactly. The other one who I actually think is even worse, Lucy, is Femi Oluwole. Watch this. But first, as we get older, you notice it. After a cold day, hard workout, even a long week, recovery just isn't as quick as it used to be, right? That bounce back factor matters. And it turns out the secret isn't luck, it's stem cells, your body's built-in repair crew. With age, that system slows down. Fewer cells, weaker signals, slower recovery. That's exactly why Qualia created Qualia Stem Cell. Think of it this way. Your cells are powerful. Qualia Stem Cell helps keep them that way. It's crafted with nature's heavy lifters, sea buckthorn royal jelly, and more to support your body's natural repair system so you can keep moving, healing, and thriving. You don't have to accept slowing down. This is about supporting better aging by reactivating the systems that help you bounce back. And it's refreshingly simple. You take it just 4 days a month. So if you've ever felt like your body just doesn't bounce back like it used to, whether it's after a tough workout, getting sick, or just the wear and tear of life, this is for you. Qualia Stem Cell was designed to support your body's natural repair systems, helping you heal, recover, and keep going strong. And right now, you can try it for up to 50% off at qualialife.com/Dan. And here's a bonus. Use the code Dan for an additional 15% off your order. So that's QUALIA life.com/Dan. Your body's built to repair itself. Qualia just helps it do it that better. And a big thanks, by the way, to Qualia for sponsoring this episode of Outspoken. But now, back to the show.
It's not often that the far right makes me literally giddy with joy, but today is one of those days. Calling me a race baiter when you tweeted, "If that makes me a racist, so be it." I called you a terrorist and then used the dictionary definition of that word to explain why you meet that definition. The headlines would read, "Femi accuses the Reform Party of supporting terrorists and wins in court." I said, I am giddy with joy. Motherfucker, your tweet said, "If that makes me racist, so be it." You then pled guilty to inciting racial hatred. It's not us that brought race into it. You did, Lucy. Have a great week, because I know I am.
Oh, he's weird, isn't he, Lucy? Really weird, creepy man.
I blocked him back
me
in
too.
COVID days, years and
Me
years
too.
and years ago, because I've no interest in what he says. And I honestly don't look at anything that he posts or tweets. I've no interest. I've seen that because you've shown me it, but I hadn't seen it other than that. And I'm not going to get into, some slanderous argument with the likes of Femi. I mean, you could be there forever, And I've come to the conclusion now that I could give these people a kidney and it still wouldn't be good enough. I've apologised. I've accepted that what I said was wrong. I did my 12.4 months in prison. What do you want? A kidney? And even if I gave one, it wouldn't be enough for them. So I don't care what they say or what they do. They're irrelevant.
What's interesting is there is now this push by the left. It's like calling us racists is not enough. So now we're going to start calling each other terrorists. But I don't know if you saw, Lucy, but this other hard leftist, Pablo Ohana, has had to issue a grovelling apology to Tommy Robinson after his unhinged appearance on GB News. So just for the people who did miss it, this is what happened on GB News. The day, by the way, I should point this out.
Well, it is ironic that people like Tommy Robinson are so in favour of stop and search until it's them that are stopped and searched. Tommy Robinson is a homegrown terrorist. He is racist. He is violent. He is an extreme right-wing.
Sorry, Pablo, can I just put you in for your own sake? Would you like to withdraw those comments about Tommy Robinson being a, quote, homegrown terrorist? Can I politely suggest to you that you might want to do that?
Tommy Robinson hates everything about our country. He has no place in our
homegrown
public
terrorist,
life.
Pablo?
He has performed and he has delivered speeches that are incredibly divisive. They demonize our communities. They divide our country. Right. And that is that is not who our country is, our country is.
But he's not a homegrown terrorist, though, is he?
He may not be a terrorist, but
okay. So you're withdrawing already, yeah.
And he encourages the type of division that this country does not stand for.
Talking of division, I don't know about you, Alan, but I'm sorry.
It may be in this case that the judge decided that he was stopped because of his politics. That may be the case. Right. Okay. But there is no doubt.
But Alan, I was coming back to that because that's quite an interesting statement, isn't it? Yeah. Someone on the left who comes straight out the traps and says Tommy Robinson's a homegrown terrorist, then has to backtrack on it and then talks about people like Tommy Robinson sowing division.
I think it's remarkable, and actually many on the so-called left bear huge responsibility for the problem of censorship and not allowing people to talk about things like rape gangs and borders without calling them racist.
But Lucy, it's interesting because they're all using the same playbook, aren't they? It was just like Femi Oluwole with you. It's terrorist, it's far right, it's racist. But this is why I've always said, Lucy, I think you'd have a legal case against Femi Oluwole for calling you a terrorist. And Pablo Ohana has now had to issue a grovelling apology to Tommy Robinson, who said, look, I'm consulting lawyers and I'm going to go for you on this. Because, of course, he said that.
Him.
Yeah.
I mean, as you know, Ray and I were watching at that point, and we just looked at each other across the front room, and we were just like, when you do that laughing thing because you can't quite believe what somebody's just saying, and you just like, and then Patrick Christie cracked me up even more because he was saying, you sure you don't want to retract that? You know, as if to say that you have just put your foot right in it, you know, because everybody's sitting there going, there's a libel case right there. You know, there is absolutely no evidence to suggest that Tommy Robinson has ever been or ever would be involved in any form of terrorism. In fact, he's just been cleared by the courts of search. So to come out and say that is just, but remember, they're the nice ones.
I know. But that was the irony, wasn't it? It's like, are you insane? Are you actually insane? Because you're going on national TV and saying that on the day that a judge has just completely destroyed the state and the police's case against Tommy Robinson being terrorist nuts. But look, just some food for thought for you there, because, you know, it would be lovely to see Femi Oluwole be forced into one of those. I know. They're not worth it.
It's just...
They're not worth it. They actually are not worth it. And the best thing we can do is just continue to expose their lunacy and their lies.
You just have to laugh. And why they're attacking me, they're not attacking somebody else, are they?
Indeed. But look, Lucy Connolly, so brilliant. I'm so excited to have you now as a part of Outspoken. Cannot wait
pleased to be here.
Till you join the superstar panel. And best of luck for the big debate in Westminster on Monday.
It'll be an interesting debate, won't it?
And
more interestingly, who turns up. Let's see how many of them turn up. That'll be an interesting one as well.
Indeed, it really will. So I cannot wait. We will keep across that, and cannot wait to have you on the superstar panel. Lucy Connolly, they tried to silence her and they failed. And I'm very, very delighted to have her as part of our Outspoken family. Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.